Thought I'd show you what I'm up to this morning. Good morning. It is 6:30. I usually, in the mornings, come into my sewing room, this little 9 by 12 room I have with 2 sewing machines set up. It's a little messy right now because I'm trying to use up a lot of scraps. And this is my new favorite sewing machine, Juki TL 18 QVP. It's a straight stitch only machine, and you can see my setup right there. Right now I'm trying to sew up all these little bricks for potato chip quilt blocks. They're 1.5 by 2.5, and I have a stack over here, and my method is I make 5 stacks and take one of these and put them in each stack. And then I stack the stacks on top of each other so that I don't have any two colors close to each other when I sew them together. I sew them together in pairs to be added to this 2.5 inch square on each side. I make a stack of those first, one on each side. And on this particular quilt, which I've just made up, I'm doing 2 different blocks, one with a dark center and a whiter cream frame, and this one with a light center and a color frame. In this case, it's going to be always this green fabric. Sometimes I mix up the frame fabrics. But there's the blocks that I get finished before I frame them. And those are the beginning of the block. This is the outside pieces for the next block. Inside pieces for the next block. And this is the stack I'm working on currently. There are the pairs that I've sewn together. And that's the method of my madness. I have several stacks of things going. Always. I've got cutouts. And in on my cutting table, which is right around the corner here in another room, I have stacks of stuff. And down here I've got fat quarters that I use, cut up as I need them. And that, I have baby quilt things. As you can see, I do baby quilts. I'm getting ready to do a border on that one. I'm going to do a white border, 5 inch, and put a color binding on it. But that is how I plan things out. I use these little pouches to put in my equipment, like for my sewing machine. Here's a cleaning brush and needles, and extra feet and things are in there. And there's a bigger one that's got sewing stuff in it also. Kind of helps keep things from getting strewn out all over. And I made this little table. It's a little wooden table. This is what I do, just blocks on, iron blocks on. And I also have an ironing board where I do bigger things. And boy, that is an old ironing board. It is a antique almost. But if I get bored, I have a television and a VCR. Yeah, I know it's old technology, but I kind of like old technology. And that keeps me sewing for longer if I've got something to listen to. And a lot of times I put on YouTube, and there's some stories on there. You can get different stories, Western stories, fantasy stories. And I use a earbud so it doesn't bother my husband. He's got a den right next to me, and I don't want to disturb him. And there you see where my creativity begins. Thanks for watching.